So I'm delighted to be joined by one of our Executive MBA alumni from 2016. Tables are turned here, Radka, but do you want to maybe introduce yourself and also maybe say a little bit about your fantastic career, how it's developed over the last 10 years?
Thank you, Emma. Yeah, I'm Radka Newton. I'm professor in management education and innovation. And I did graduate from the Lancaster MBA 10 years ago. And I think when I started when I embarked on that journey, I was already in quite a senior position in education, in academia. And before that, I've had experience with running. I had my own company in my 20s. Then I worked as a trade advisor. But my heart has always been in academia. And I still recognize that I was a bit out of depth, leading quite big teams, thinking about managing efficiencies, thinking about improvement of our applicant experience, student experience. And for all of these aspects of education, I think you need to have that business and management background. So I had lived experience, but I never had a formal business and management education. So I was a linguist by training. And I thought, really, this was time for me. I was in my 40s when I started the MBA. And I really wanted to, embrace education again as a student, but in a different role, and hopefully meet new people, open my eyes and get a bit more confidence with management and leadership decisions.
And I think from my experience of talking to prospective students or, students who go on to do the Executive MBA, that's quite common actually, that perhaps wanting some reassurance or confidence that their gut instincts of how they're doing things is actually the right way. So that makes a lot of sense in terms of your motivation to do it. I know one of the things that we are very passionate about on the programme is that ability to get you to think differently about leadership in particular, and also about strategy and decision making. Can you maybe say a little bit perhaps how your thinking has evolved on that, and maybe how you use that now on a day-to-day basis?
Absolutely. So, on the programme, I would say there were probably two main experiences that really impacted me. And that was definitely that balancing the strategic management and operations management. So I learned a lot about strategy and operations, and when operations is not strategy anymore, but then also that self-reflection and that mindfulness combined with strategy and operations. So I almost thought that created like a perfect portfolio for me to understand how to be a better leader, how to also understand myself as a leader, where my leadership comes from, how I evolved, and how to combine that leadership, strategy and operation actually together in day to day, but also how to be able to step back. One thing that I really always remember is that organization culture awareness that we developed as a part of strategic management. And I really always draw on that to understand how organizations work, what kind of symbols they use, what are the hierarchies in the organizations. And I really learned to observe, just again, be more mindful of the context. And in academia, we have such complex stakeholder portfolios that just the ability to lead upwards, but also be a good follower, or understand how to be a follower in that leadership context. So all these different facets of leadership have really helped me just to, I think, like you said, become more confident and understand how to work with different people on different levels.
Yeah, that sounds great. And maybe if I could just press you for perhaps your standout experience or something that was quite significant for you, and also maybe if you could also perhaps think about what would you say to anyone that was thinking of doing an executive MBA? What would be your sort of recommendation, if you will?
I will always remember our trip to the Lake District, where we were paired up with another colleague on the MBA. This was quite at the beginning of the program, and I really felt I shouldn't be here. I'm not good enough. Look at all these fantastic people from these business organizations, business owners. And I was paired up with a fantastic colleague who had a lot of business experience. And we embarked on a walk in the lakes. And throughout the walk, we were talking to each other about our professional experience, about our challenges, maybe our fears, our hopes, our aspirations. And we really bonded, not just in these sort of peer discussions, but also as a group. And it was fantastic to observe everybody when we arrived, how everybody was still on the phone. We were so busy. We couldn't stop the day-to-day of our normal jobs. And in few hours, we were just there, immersed in the nature, in the environment, and really thinking about how we want to improve ourselves, how we want to support each other. So that's sort of a very strong focus on the peer learning, peer support, but also benefiting the Lancaster location. You know, we are on the doorstep of this beautiful natural environment that just lends itself to really stop and pause and reflect and understand that sort of human centricity in business, not just the sort of race for better and more. And so I really want to encourage anybody who is thinking about doing an MBA program is to think also about what you want to get out of it. And I do really believe that the combination of that sort of business acumen, that focus on responsibility, but also thinking about the sustainability and the sort of planet-focused mindset is really important for us here in Lancaster. And I feel very proud of being an alumna of the program and see how the program keeps evolving, but that it remains really strong in that thought leadership, that mindfulness, reflectivity, and really the appreciation of the peer support and of the contribution to the society.
Yeah. Thank you, Radka, and what an amazing journey since completing the programme you've had. So it's great to hear that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.